This is genuinely insane. The latest trade rumor for the Cavaliers involves Draymond Green and Jarrett Allen. What side does it work for? Who does it benefit more? Can Draymond Green be a Cavalier at this point? All that and more as we get back to Cavs Digest. Billy Beebe with you, talking Cavs basketball. Once again, the season's done. The Cavs are having to move on. It's trade rumor season. Koby Altman spoke to the media today. There's going to be so much news happening with this team as we get probably like our fifth trade rumor in a week and a half, trade idea, whatever you want to call them. Great to stay tuned with Cavs Digest to keep up to date with this, to see other people's opinions, to get your opinions. We're over that 2,000 subscriber threshold. We're moving towards 3,000. We'd love you to be a part of it. We had a great playoff run, a lot of great opinions. We moved to the offseason, unfortunately, but per usual, we want your opinion. We want to hear your thoughts. Myself, Matt's doing a great job, and I see everybody on my videos and his videos giving their opinion, and boy, anything Draymond Green, I want to hear from a Cavs fan on his thoughts. So we're going to talk about Draymond, Jarrett Allen, trade possibilities, what others in the media have to say about it, what it seems like fans have to say about it, and my personal opinion. So this was the latest trade floated out there by John Hollinger of The Athletic. I love John Hollinger, former GM for the Memphis Grizzlies. He knows cap, he knows players, he knows ball. So when he puts something out there, whether it be an idea or a statement, I usually ride or die by it. I have some confidence in it. Now, he didn't say there's possibilities this will happen or rumors that this is happening. He just kind of said, hey, this would be a good fit for both teams. And if you know me, Hollinger put a lot about the second apron, the Cavs, trades, signings, money, all that. So you can go back and watch that video that I did. And another good reason to subscribe to keep up to date with everything we're putting out there. So Hollinger recommends this trade. You know, again, every one of these trades, when we put these out, maybe it is like not just Jarrett Allen for Draymond Green. It can't be that simple. Money is such a big deal for the Cavaliers this offseason and for really a lot of teams in the NBA who are being careful about the aprons. So, yeah, we're just kind of talking in theory here. Jarrett Allen for Draymond Green, a hot debate. Look, this was the third straight season that we finished the year asking if Jarrett Allen is tough enough to play in the NBA playoffs. Year one, he gets kind of bodied by the Knicks. That was the famous "the lights were too bright" comment. The next year, he gets his ribs broken. I'm not going to touch that conversation because I'm not tough enough to get my ribs broken. And then this year, despite really playing well in the one win that they had, he was just not great in the other games. Didn't rebound much, didn't score much, didn't do enough for them. And again, third straight year, we are sitting here asking ourselves if Jarrett Allen is tough enough to play in the playoffs, if he's giving enough to the Cavaliers. On the other hand, Draymond Green, I know he's tough enough. I know he's dirty enough to play in the NBA playoffs. We had our guys jersey grabbed, guys drugged to the ground, guys hit as they're going to the ground. I know Draymond would be the guy to do that rather than have it done to him. I also know there's less offensive emphasis on him at this point in time. I know he's a very knowledgeable basketball player compared to a shooter or a shot creator or a rim runner. I know he just knows how to get buckets, how to rebound, how to position himself. He really is in a Dennis Rodman era right now for the Warriors. That's so important. So before we jump more into the debate between these two guys, I want to check this video from ESPN Cleveland when they were talking about it today.
Would you trade Jarrett Allen for Draymond Green? Chris?
Absolutely not. No.
Aaron?
Absolutely yes.
The Cavs don't need a bruiser. They don't need a guy who's going to get in fights. They need someone who's going to stand up for themselves on the court within the rules,
And
Aaron.
Chris, that's Draymond. The Cavs need somebody who at practice might punch them in the face.
Hold on.
And that is Draymond Green.
Hold on. Do you think the Cavs would have won this series had they had Draymond instead of Jarrett Allen?
Yeah,
No.
I think they might have.
Absolutely.
No.
Get out of
Aaron.
here.
I think they might have. By the way, he's a pretty good perimeter defender. And by pretty good, I mean you'd put two defensive players of the year on the same team.
Okay, so the two burning questions behind this trade possibility. Number one, would Draymond Green in Jarrett Allen's role have helped the Cavaliers in that playoff series? Got a little split debate between Goldhammer, Chris Oldak, Tony Rizzo. Goldhammer really thought that Draymond would have helped the Cavaliers against the Indiana Pacers. So do I. I think he would have rebounded. I think he would have hit a 3 or 2 that Jarrett Allen cannot hit. And I think he would have rebounded every single game, not just game 3 or whatever they won. So that's my personal opinion. Would you do the trade? Those are the two kind of questions there. First, yeah, so drop down in the comments. Would Draymond have helped in this series? I'm going to go yes. And then would you make this trade straight up? Jarrett Allen, whatever, figure it out. I don't know if the Warriors have to include someone or the money stuff's crazy right now for the Cavaliers. So, that's all opinion based. But I'm going to pose a third question here. And that is the tough relationship between Cleveland fans and Draymond Green. 4 straight years, Cavs fans had to battle with this guy in the playoffs, hating his attitude, watching him sink big threes to beat us, watching him kick LeBron in the nuts. I mean, this is a very complex relationship. This isn't just an interesting player from another team that we want to take on. It's not even a problem child that we may take on. It's a guy we have history with as Cavs fans. I think a lot of us grew to really dislike Draymond Green, and now we're going to swap him from a guy that we have come to like. I think a lot of people like Jarrett Allen as a player and as a person. Just the problem is it enough, right? This is the type of tough decisions that you're going to come into as a franchise. I look at Boston and they win their championship. They made a tough decision to get rid of Marcus Smart and bring in Kristaps Porzingis, a franchise guy, a defensive player of the year, I think candidate or winner in Marcus Smart, and they had to get rid of him because they knew what they needed was less shots from Marcus Smart and more big man play from Kristaps Porzingis. So they make that trade, no doubt. What the Cavaliers need is more consistent and physical and tough rebounding, Draymond, and less, score points for us in Jarrett Allen. Because the facts are the Cavaliers are coming along as an offensive group, and Jarrett Allen's going to get less and less. And a lot of people debating give Mobley the ball more. So, again, the 3 questions here. Would Draymond have helped in this playoff series against the Pacers? Would you do this trade? Jarrett Allen for Draymond Green? Do you need to figure out somebody else for Draymond Green? And then, of course, my final question is, does this past relationship with Draymond Green, Cavs, Warriors 1, 2, 3, and 4, does that play into your decision to possibly trade for Draymond Green? Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about a possibility of this trade. And again, we're going to have so many trades to talk about, so many things to talk about with the Cavaliers. As Koby Altman spoke today, and the message seems the same. They're trying to find a way to win a title. They'll do whatever it takes, trades, salary cap, and more. We'll talk about it all here on Cavs Digest.